Hi everyone, good evening, good morning, anywhere you are now. Okay, in this session we will make a dynamic list of speakers like this. Uh, so the end user can fill online form with data of the persons as speakers. So the design generated automatically and expand vertically depending on how many rows will be here. And by default, 2 rows or 1 row with the same size. Let's say 10 centimeters by 10. Okay, here we are talking about using software called TreeShade. I have developed this software and you can install totally free from Adobe Exchange. It's an extension for Adobe InDesign in addition to Photoshop and Illustrator. Also, it's an extension for Adobe Bridge and a local server that you can run on your computer. So you can send online forms to your collaborators, customers, team marketing, so they can fill online form dynamically to produce a new design remotely on your computer using Adobe InDesign. So let's start with the project. Here you will have, after installing and determining the root folder, you will have this folder workshop, and within this folder put your project and edit them. Here I have testing folder. Let's create a new project, test C. And inside this folder, from TreeShade menu, select a new Creative Cloud InDesign. Let's name event or any name you want. Let's open. Let's be 10 centimeters by 10. Let's adjust the margin. Let's create text frame. Okay, here what we want exactly. We want the element have photo, name of the speaker, and let's say position. No need to make complex. So 3 elements, photo and 2 paragraph, the name and the position. So let's create a placeholder for the photo. Okay, anyway. Now let's save this as PNG. PNG. Inside the root folder, inside workshop, testing, test C, and let's create a folder. Let's name data, and here let's name portrait. So inside data, we have portrait. The dimension, let's say 15 by 20. Okay, this is the dimension, 15 by 20. Let's go to here. Let's make object style. Let's name portrait. And let's set here we have size and position. Let's adjust size, height and width 15 by 20. Okay. And let's add, right click. I forget to set frame fitting options, auto fit, fill frame proportionally, and let's be 0 here. Okay, this is the photo. We have also text. Let's make text frame. Also the same, 15 by 20. And let's add here the name. And the position. Why the size very small? You couldn't read the text like that. Anyway, let's align bottom and add margin. One millimeter. Okay, now the text color, white and yellow. So, and here at the bottom we have a black gradient. We can set that on the frame itself. So the color black. But I think the feather is not applied on the object. Redefine. So here, effects for fill. Then let's select gradient feather. But we need to make black fill. Okay, like that. But for the photo, we need to add the so I think in frame fitting options, let's make a line from bottom. Doing this, okay. Now let's create object styles for the position. This is the position, and also for the name. Okay. Now what we have also, we have brown background with here corner effect. Okay. We can add that to the photo, not to the text, because here we have text and we have photo. The photo, we have black background. No, for this. Let's add this, but without any effect. Do you know, I miss, we need here to make a duplicate, because this is not portrait, this portrait text. And this portrait, so this, it has no gradient feature, but it has corner option. Okay. Like this. Let's make the position yellow. And now we need to for the object style of the text frame, portrait text, let's make a paragraph style. On the object, let's check paragraph style and set name, apply next style, and in the style name, edit, and then next style, position. So if you make a text frame and write any name and write any position, then if we apply the style, the object style, portrait text, it will automatically convert it to this. Okay, now if we add these to the main text frame. Where is the text frame? I deleted, so let's create a new one. Okay, now they follow in inline, anchored inline. So we need to change this to be custom anchored. Let's click here. Shift, let's click here to get the options. And here, change to custom. Make X relative to anchor marker. Anchor marker, the character where we paste the object. And then put this. Here, the anchor marker have no dimension, so no matter if you put in the middle or at the end, no matter. But here, we want to shift on X the same amount of the width. Remember, we set the width 15 by 20, so here minus 15. Okay. I wonder why the style here not position, because I remember here next style is position, and here the first style. It's strange. Redefine. Double click. Paragraph style. Apply next style. Okay. Strange. Anyway, we formatted the block that we want to repeat. Now let's create the structure of the content to be reviewed online, on the online form. So here in data, let's create the first element that we want to place. Let's name speaker. Let's right click on the photo, pick for change. Then here inside speaker, change, move here. Okay. Now let's add the text file called text or caption. And let's create folder also called caption. Inside the folder, let's create two text files. One for the name and one for the Arduino. No need for that. just what so no need for the folder. We have just portrait and caption. Inside caption, let's put a name and position placeholder, any name. Let's say first and last, and here job position. Let's order so the photo comes first. Drag and drop, then from TreeShade menu, select update tsort file to determine the placing order in design document. Now here, let's create text file, have the same name, speaker. So from TreeShade menu, new text, and let's name speaker. And here we will put a dynamic snippet. So click no for this message, open bird folder, because we don't want to open the bird folder. We want to edit the text file itself. And here let's write dynamic content. Write double colons. If you want to see instructions about dynamic content, after writing double colons, click OK, then open the text again. Click OK, and double click again, no. Now we will have instructions for placing the content. The default phrase for placing the folder speaker, just write /FN inside the angle bracket, where F name means file name. Here, file name. Because these variables you can you can copy and paste in complete phrase, or you can abbreviate by writing only the first letter of the 2 words or 3 words. Like here, you can write PO for para order, for the paragraph order. Now let's write FN. And because we have folder have the same name of the file, the content of speaker will be placed. Then /* to get all the files inside speaker. And then what we want in a new line, we want to apply object style for the retrieved object, the photo and the caption. So write colon, double colon again, and write what we name the style for the photo, portrait, and for the text, portrait text. So here write portrait, colon, then OBJ, abbreviation of object style, and write 4:1 for the first object. And then here portrait text, the object style name, then obj for 2. Here you can write small letters or capital letters, insensitive, case insensitive. But of course, for the style name, it must be much. Also, what we can do, nothing, just that. Click OK. Now we want to place the dynamic snippet in the Adobe InDesign instead of manual. Let's copy these out temporarily, just in case we have any problem. Let's put away. And now let's try. Let's try to place a speaker as dynamic live snippet. You can place in three ways. The first is right-click on the text file in Adobe Bridge, then select a place in InDesign. But here the cursor must be in the right location. In all three ways, the cursor must be where you want to place the snippet. Here, the text cursor inside the text frame. The second is using a place command. Place and select a text file. The third is to use a place live snippet and write manually the relative path to the file, relatively to the document event. We know that beside the event we have folder called data, then slash, then speaker, without the extension, just data slash speaker. Okay. Okay, now what we have problems. The problem is that the text is placed loose without a frame. So we need to place the text here inside the frame. So what we can do, inside the speaker, go to caption, and let's add, let's make dynamic snippet and write the caption inside subfolder. How we can do that? Let's create, keep the file caption, and let's create folder called caption. And inside caption, let's create a new text file. Let's name content text any word. Click OK, and let's add the same placeholder, first and last, and here job position. And now here in caption, instead of direct text, we need to make dynamic content as we do in speaker. So double click, open paired folder now, and here let's add double colon dot slash fn slash asterisk, then colon, a place, colon again, and separator of the placed element. We want to place them in a frame, so write frames, just like that. Now let's try to place again. So from live snippet, select place live snippet, click OK. Good. Now we have text frame for the content of the caption. But the problem here, I think it's related to formatting, not to the live snippet. We have the photo, then we have what is the order? Let's put the paragraph from left to the direction, because it was Arabic. So the direction must be left to right. Now let's create paragraph style here. A new paragraph style. And let's name speakers paragraph or speakers location. We have another problem, that this portrait text must apply two paragraphs. The first one let's check the style again. We have apply next style, and the next style of the name position. So why position is not applied? The problem that the text placed here with the so we can see that okay. The separator here \n, or what it's called force line break. So we need to change this separator in caption. In the new line, add replace command and add \n colon, replace colon again \r. This find what and this replace with what. Okay. And let's here in Adobe InDesign. It's the whole snippet again. Live snippets, place live snippet, okay. What's going? Okay, it's done. We done. But what we need here is to reveal this in the online form, so the end user can make many speakers. Let's repeat the first speaker here. Let's make dynamic list. So if we have this one speaker, we want many speakers. So instead of speaker, change the name of the text file to have a prefix ID capital letters, and followed by any capital letters and digits. Let's be 5 digits. And then inside square bracket, placeholder for the display text that the end user can change to label the speakers. Let's say label. See, TreeShade automatically changed the bird folder to match the file name, because there is a relation between these two files. The file connected to the folder. Now let's try to duplicate. Right click on the file, pick for change, and then again right click, and then change, copy here. Now we will have new duplicate ID, and let's copy these two. At first, pick for change, then right click, change, copy here. Now we have 4 items. These 4 items inside data. Let's put inside subfolder. Let's name speakers, because they are speakers. So select the files only, no need to select the folder, because the folder paired to the files. Right click, pick for change, create folder called speakers, open the folder, right click, change, move here. Okay. Now here we need to make a paired text file to the folder, so we can place in dynamic way. Right click, from TreeShade menu, new text, and let's name speaker. Okay. Now the same thing here, double click on the text file to edit, and let's add dynamic content, double colon, dot slash fn slash asterisk. This always we write like that. It will repeated, this typical, to place the content of the paired folder. And then we want to separate the speakers. Let's add colon, place the method that we want to place the content, colon again, and the separator, let's be 1 space between the speaker and the other speaker. And then let's add dynamic style. What we named the paragraph style for all speakers. Here, speakers location. So right here, speakers location para abbreviation of paragraph style. Okay, so what we need to do to place now from live snippet, select place live snippet, or let's place directly from the text file itself. So while the text cursor inside the main text frame, right click speakers and select place in InDesign. Nothing happened. Why? Let's return back here. We have file name, place, and inside speakers. Let's try to place this. It's placed. So what is the problem? Let's try again. Let's add ID capital letters. Let's try to place the speakers here using inline dynamic snippet. So from live snippet, select a new live snippet and then add hashtag / any number you want, double colon, then the relative path relative to the document. This $S means to the document. Data. Inside data we have folder speakers. Then ID capital letters asterisk. Place space. Okay, they placed correctly and separated by space. So what was the problem in the It's one mistake that we do. The file and the folder must be matched exactly because they pair together. Here I forget one S, speakers. Okay, that's it. Now let's try again. Right click, place in InDesign. Good. Now it's they are placed correctly. See, just we need to format the main text frame. And let's make the paragraph style centered speakers locations. Redefine. And the main text frame center align. Okay, that's it for this session. We have now 1 hour. Tomorrow I will complete from this point to make dynamic speakers so the end user can fill the content on the online form, and the page height can shrink or expand depending on how many speakers we have. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to install the software and try. It's totally free. You can install from Adobe Exchange, and subscribe with the channel so you get notified when I go live. I go daily, every day I go live. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.